quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when
I usually like to do my wardrobe switchovers alone because they can really be a lot of work. Adding filming on top of that, forget it. But I wanted to switch things around and include other things other than clothing. So I'm bringing in a little bit of beauty and self-care. I think they are always important when doing a seasonal reset. Let me know if you like that type of format and if you have any questions. I'll also leave timestamps down below in case you choose here for the wardrobe portion of the video. Let's get into it. I recently went to Sephora to restock all my empties. I'm definitely a creature of habit. I stick to what works for me, kind of like if it isn't broken, why fix a mentality. But I did pick up this new blush and let me just say it is stunning. Not only the packaging is beautiful to keep on your vanity, but the formula, the application, and the way it looks on, I'm obsessed. Now it's time to clean up all my makeup. If you've been here before, you know I don't own a whole lot. I keep things minimal in general, and makeup is probably the most minimal area in my life. I only keep what I use daily, and when I want to feel extra fancy, I just throw on a red lip. I'm not sure how often you're supposed to wash your brushes, maybe weekly if you use them daily. I try, but realistically, I ended up doing it every other week or whenever I do laundry. Since I have acne prone skin, I make sure not to let them sit with product for too long. Moving on to hair, I need to refresh my color. I use this box dye, and while I know box dye isn't always the best, I really like this brand because it is specifically made for a kinky, curly, natural hair like mine. It is super pigmented without the harsh chemicals of bleach, and it almost acts like a treatment for my fragile texture hair. I use Dark and Lovely in the shade Red Hot Rhythm, but of course there are other colors that you can choose from. Since I had leave-in conditioner, I rinse it all out without shampooing it so the color can grasp better. And because I have a lot of hair, I had to use 2 boxes. My hair was long overdue for some love, and I tried to capture the color accurately, but the lighting can be tricky. In some settings it looks like a reddish brown, and in others it's more of a bold red. Okay, so in the middle of the whole wardrobe switch over situation, I actually went and got my nails refreshed, but I wanted to show you them now because the wardrobe part of the video ended up being super long, so I figured it would just make more sense to include them here instead. I actually found out about the nail place through a coworker. I had noticed her nails were always on point, so I finally asked her where she went. I ended up going for the first time last month. That's when I got the green color you've probably seen throughout this video. I liked them, they were cute, but I got bored of them pretty quickly. I have gotten extension tips to make them longer, plus the bold green. It just was a lot. So this time I wanted to go for something that still felt fun and seasonal, but also a little more classic and understated. These are actually my real nails this time, which I love. It's just way more practical for things like putting my jewelry on, for example. And I just prefer the more natural look and feel of them. Now onto my favorite part, the wardrobe. Last year, before putting away my spring and summer clothing, I did do a major decluttering, and then before moving into this loft a few months ago, I did another one. My body and style have changed a bit, but I'm not expecting to get rid of too much this time. If you have been here for a while, you know I'm a fall and winter girl through and through. I struggle with warmer weather fashion. The heat makes me irritable unless I'm by the water. And I love layering, which obviously does not work in high weather. Stay tuned for a video where I actually hire a professional to talk about that. These two specifically, I want them to work, and this one is thicker than this one, but it's the same energy, and I don't really wear them other than during the fall time. I think I'm gonna take them out because they're just taking space in my small closet. This one I wore the other day, and I felt so uncomfortable. I wore it to work. It's a beautiful blouse from Cezanne, and I'm gonna put it for sale because I wore maybe 2 times, 3 times max. I just did not fit myself in it. I'm not a skirt person, but I do like the way they look, and I almost force myself to style them. It's very rare when I find an outfit that includes a skirt that I like, unless I have a sweater over it. It makes it more casual. I do have a few. These I like, but the same thing. It really looks like very folly to me. This one is vintage. I got it from the vintage store online that I really like. I think it's called 1919. I have a few pieces from them still are going away for the season. These one too don't scream as much fall as the other pieces, but they are in this beautiful burgundy deep brown, and they don't fit me right now, but I do like them, so I'm gonna put them away just because they don't fit. Okay, so this one for example are brown, but for some reason I do still like style them during the spring and other seasons. I guess because they're like a lighter shade of brown. These are the sailor style from Jessica Cam. They are my most expensive pair of denims that I own. I have them in 2 colors. I love them. They fit me like $1 million. High quality, no regrets. I got them 3 years ago. Highly recommend if you have a similar body type, I mean especially, and it is in your budget. They fit me like $1 million, and I love styling them. So these stay out because I still wear this during the springtime. If they fit me, I haven't tried them in a while, so I had to try them on, but they are not going anywhere. These are corduroy, and they're a very light shade of brown, so these will stay out. Since my storage is limited, I had to keep most of my year-round clothing out. At first, I told myself that I wouldn't buy any extra furniture. I caved and got this small wardrobe. I didn't want anything bulky, so after weeks of searching, I finally settled for this one. Right now, I have the light jackets and bags on one side. In the drawers, I keep the t-shirts that are year-round. I wear them all year round. And the tank tops that I usually wear during the warmer months. On the other side, I have denim hanging, which I wear almost daily when I'm not at work, and sweaters on the lower shelves. Moving into this loft meant compromising on space, one of the biggest adjustments for me compared to my last two places where I had a walk-in closet and an entire extra room for storage. I am now working with one more narrow closet, and since I have to store off-season items like my Christmas tree and decor in there, it's just been a challenge. Usually, it only takes me a few days to organize my wardrobe after moving, but this time it took me months to figure out a system that's both aesthetically pleasing and practical. On to my favorite part, which is getting the closet rainy season out and hanging. I do dread doing this whole change of wardrobe, not only because it's a lot of work to get everything out and put things that you're no longer wearing in back in storage, and I have limited storage in this place and all that. My coats are staying out year round because I don't have storage. I have some things still in my car and they're gonna leave in my car because I have nowhere to put them and I refuse to pay for extra storage. So I think a lot of me dreading it and me not being so excited about doing this, at least this time around, it's because I think we as a human are very scared of changes. Change is scary, but I know it is needed. I'm looking for a new season, even though I am more of a fall winter person. I am a spring baby too. My birthday's in the spring. That's one of the reasons why I also think that I'm a little anxious about the whole thing, because birthday are very touchy-feely for me. I haven't had the greatest past 3-4 birthdays and it's coming up so soon. Change is less painful than stay the same, so I'm trusting that that's true. And I'm trying not to cry because I'm hormonal and everything makes me cry. And I'm almost done. I'm gonna hang the spring clothing, and that will be the last thing. After that, just put in the sweaters that I got out and the denims that I'm not gonna wear for the rest of the season. Put them back on that blue bin in another bin that I got. So it's this little bin that goes underneath the bed, but I didn't realize, even though I got it in person, I didn't realize how thin it was. I guess it's supposed to be like that because it's gonna go underneath your bed. I'm not sure what I'm gonna store in here, but I do have it. Had this like wheels, which is very practical if you need something that you need to get easy access to and you don't have anywhere to put it. You can put it underneath the bed and to get in and out. I'm still in my work clothes because I came back from work. I rushed home before the sunset to get some things done, because the only time I have aside from the weekend to get things done is right after work. And so I'm gonna hurry up though because I need to get ready to go to the gym. I'm supposed to be there by 7 and it's 6:30 right now, so I might start hanging some things and then in 15 minutes stop and get dressed, go to the gym. I finished hanging out all of my spring clothing off camera. I'll show you more of that later in the video. But right now, moving on to shoes. Ideally, all of my shoes will live in one place, but that's just not the reality of things. I kind of have them spread out in 3 different spots. Right next to my wardrobe, I keep my everyday shoe, basically the ones that I reach the most. Inside my closet, I keep my loafers and more work-appropriate pairs. And then by the entryway are the shoes that I have worn recently, but I haven't taken the time to clean them up and put them back in the proper place. So first, I'm going to clean them up and put everything back where it belongs, just so that I know what I'm working with before I bring the shoes that I had stored away for the season.
What they say, there are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go, start the race. We should be kings and queens every day. You've been trying to.
We're starting with this absolute favorite spring summer heels. I love a clog style. They're so comfortable. I especially love wearing them with jeans. This next pair I haven't worn a ton yet, but for how tall they are, they're shockingly comfortable. The thick heel is a must for me. It's pretty much the only style I can do at that height without hurting my once broken ankle. These are kind of similar in the chunky heel, but they are a little more understated, which makes them super versatile. They're actually pretty beat up because I took them with me to Puerto Rico on my last trip. And if you know, you know, walking those streets is no joke, but they held up, no blisters, no pain, even after wearing them all day, all night, and dancing with them. And then we have my go-to sandals. These are a little on the heavier side, but I can walk miles. And it's like I'm wearing sneakers. I love the buckle detail. It just makes them feel more elevated, I'll say.
Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go, start the race. We should be kings and queens every day. When the crowd is calling our name and the story is one with our game, we just keep burning the flame.
Come in, you're looking like a hot mess because I am so tired. Day 3 or 4 at this point. I forgot how many days it took me to get this done, but it is done. I need to go and take a shower because I do have an outing tonight. And I'm so excited and I'm so ready, but I am more excited about getting my spring clothing wardrobe already. Everything is put away in storage. My shoes are underneath my bed along with other things I needed to store away, and I'm ready for a new season, even though it's storming right now. It's been storming for a few days, so not really springy, but my wardrobe is ready. These baskets are super old. I got them back when I was in Michigan, and from there I took them to Texas, and then from there I took them here. And they've just been with me for a long time. They're nice and practical. They big without looking too big and bulky, and they fit nicely above my wardrobe. What I haven't been changed depending on the season. Right now I have my little accessories for the colder months, like my hats, gloves, scarves. Now going into the spring and summer, I'm changing it to one. I'm gonna put my shorts because they fit in there lightweight and I don't have too many of them, so I'll be able to fit them all in there. And these baskets again are very spacious. And the other baskets, I'm gonna put miscellaneous things that I only wear like if I'm going on vacation, like this summer dress that I don't feel comfortable wearing out and about in the summertime unless I'm going on a beach trip. And the third one, I keep my swimsuit year round, so I never take them out, so that basket stays the same because I like to have access to the swimsuit one because I did have access to a pool in my previous place. Right now my friend Kelsey has a pool at her place, so we're gonna take advantage of that once it starts warming up. And at my gym I also have a pool. Also when I travel in the middle of the year, even if it's winter, I want to have my swimsuits just accessible, and so I keep them the year round. That woven leather bag is my summer bag. I wore it all summer last summer and way into the fall also, and I don't have anywhere else to put it, so I put it up there. I don't think it looks bad, but I would like for it not to be there. But again, I'm leaving space, so it's just gonna leave there for a while until I figure out where I want it. In this single bin, I'm able to fit all of my all-season clothing, which is shocking to me because I used to need 3 or even 4, and I condensed it out to one single one because I've been doing a lot of decluttering. My coats are the only thing that I'm not storing, and I used to pack those away too. But in this bin are pretty much all my sweaters and my pants. I am keeping some sweaters out because, you know, summer nights and all that, and some denims, but I'm still able to fit more things in this bin. And so once it gets warmer, I'll be able to put maybe 2-3 more denims in there. I was gonna use my rolling bin that I recently bought to go underneath my bed with my winter accessories like gloves, hats, scarves. But because I'm only storing 3 pairs of shoes, I was able to fit all that in that same bin, and because that one has a zipper with the plastic, it's fully protected. I still plan to use it because I do have a couple things in my car that are in one single bin, and I need to store it back in here, and I was trying to figure out where. And so now that I got that little rolling bin, I'll be able to just put some things in there and keep it inside the house.
There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the lawn, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go. Start the race.
If you have any tips and tricks on organizing, decluttering, and just season changing things, leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video if you did like it. It's the best way you can support my small channel at no extra cost to you, as well as subscribing if you haven't. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye!
You are one of us. We say come, whatever may, we join forces.